Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video and I am working on my photos from Portland, Maine, and I have some fun mural pictures to do. As you can see, double page layout, but this side is a digital layout. I took a template that I had, dropped it into Canva, did all my photos in there, added a date, did my journaling, super helpful. And then I just have one photo over here. So that means I have to decorate this side and I need a card for over here. And I do have a lot of colors happening, but I'm thinking I might like a yellow for the card just because there's a lot of like turquoise in here or aqua happening already. But I definitely need something that has places or a place to journal because this was an adventure. So it was at night number 1. So this was the first night that we got in. We didn't expect to find these. We were just walking and we're like, oh, look at these. They're all centered around this kind of 3-block radius. So we start looking, and then one of them was in this alley, which is this one actually. And there was a dumpster in front of it, like a garbage dumpster. And we're like, oh, it's too bad that's in front of this because it'd be really great if we could get an actual picture of this whole thing. And then we realized the dumpster was on wheels. So yeah, we covered our hands so we wouldn't have to touch it directly. We pushed the dumpster out of the way, got our pictures, and then we pulled the dumpster and put it back. And I hope that whatever business this was, I hope that they have a camera outside and that they were enjoying watching us moving their dumpster, taking pictures of what's on their wall, and then putting the dumpster back. So right away when I'm looking at this, I think up top here, I want to do some washi. I know that I have a very thin black and white striped washi, and I think it would look good across there. I say think because I'm not sure, but I do have, black text. I've got black here. I feel like it would be okay. If it were like purple and white, no, obviously, but black and white, I feel like that's probably okay. So I'm gonna go get that and try it. And then I want to do something on top of it, like overlap it with some kind of an embellishment or piece of ephemera, something. I'm just not sure what that is. If I should do like a sun, if I have one, if I should just do a floral thing. I don't know, I'm not sure. So this is the black and white washi that I have. So it's very, very narrow, and the stripe is narrow as well. And so I'm thinking of just going like this, kind of across the top. Is that fairly even? Let's see. Yeah, I think it looks good. I wonder if I need one here too. I left space here, and I think it's because I thought maybe I would put an embellishment here, which I could still do. I could put one right here and then one up top, either like more to the left or right. I don't want them both centered. That would be strange to me, but I can do something with it. But I think I'm going to keep washi here, at least for now. And then depending on what I find for down here, I may or may not do washi down here as well. My fear is that it'll get too busy, and I don't want to do that. I was thinking that I should go pick out the card for this before I do any of the embellishments because it might change what I choose to use. So I think this is the one I'm going with, but I also like this one. I pulled them both out. This one I love because it's clearly meant for journaling. It's got the lines on it. The only thing that deters me from it is having stars because I don't really have stars anywhere else. Not that that is necessarily a problem, but I'm just not sure how I feel about that. And then this is the other one I had down there. And I think for this one, I would actually cover up the asterisks if I was going to use it for the same reason. Like I don't want them either. I want the flowers, which I have, or maybe butterflies because there are butterflies on there. Otherwise, I don't know that I want stars or asterisks. So I've decided I am going with this card. This one, I still like it, but I just don't feel that crazy about it. I think maybe the lines is part of it too. While I like it for journaling, I just don't like it with how it looks with everything else. I guess. So going with this one, I have pulled out my little baggie of butterfly embellishments just in case. Like this one right here might not be bad with that. We'll see. But I have a bunch of them there. Some of them are epoxy, some are paper or cardstock, but I might be able to use those. And then I pulled out all of this stuff for the florals. So between all of this, I should be able to find something that works color-wise and size-wise where I can embellish both sides of this layout. So when I went through and looked at the butterfly options, all of these I feel like they're too big. I love them, but they're just too big. I was really hoping to use this one even because I like the color, but I just feel like it's gonna take up so much room. And not as here, especially because I need that room for journaling. So I don't think that's gonna be it. But of all the epoxy butterflies I have, they all match, which is awesome. They are all the right size. And in addition to these more solid ones you see, I also have this one. I mean, it's kind of crazy, all the pattern and color and stuff, but look at it. I think it actually works. And if I did it right here, maybe I could cover up. Yeah, depending on how I tilt it. I'd have to kind of do it like that, maybe. Yeah, to cover up those asterisks, but I like it. It's not bad. So I think I might do that there, and I could stamp here if I wanted to. Just realized, does that make that pendant part look weird? Should I do it more like that? No, that doesn't really help. I kind of have to do this and just overlap the edge, but then it'll look like a solid end, so that's okay. I could write or stamp there as well. And then these, I just need to figure out how to kind of sprinkle them around. But I'm wondering, do I want to layer that with some flowers? I don't want to do that with these because these are puffy stickers. So that's dimension on dimension. I don't need all that. I need something flat if I'm going to layer. From those floral pieces, I found this. And it's too big as is, but I could cut it in half. And then I think I could layer it up top and maybe do some, well, I don't want to cover up the eagle, so maybe it's going to have to be this. Oh, but then the yellow and the yellow are next to each other. Well, I can just make sure that it doesn't overhang too much, but I could do that and then take one of these and kind of layer it like so. I like the idea of that. And then I need to look through the rest of these because I do have other things. I don't need another one to be yellow. Down here it could be something else. Not sure what color that would be, but it could be something else. I found a piece, a floral piece for the other side that has a similar vibe to that. If you look at that one, it's got the black lines in it. It's got some good white space there. These are not from the same set, obviously. This is actually a thicker, like a cardstock kind of, with a more slick surface on top. But I like that it's got the black and white lines, and I'm wondering about just overlapping it right there. I kind of like that idea, and I can journal in between, which is fine. And the more I see that, I feel like adding a third thing here might be too much because there's just so much happening. So I think I am going to take my washi, do another strip right here, and then leave it be. And then I'll just have these two clusters diagonally from each other. So I've cut that down and I attached it to the top edge, and I had the points of the petals, or the leaves, sorry, go right up to the wings of the bird. And then I'm going to take this epoxy butterfly. I'm just going to use one glue dot right in the middle. And I like to use glue dots on this, just I think it holds the epoxy better than just trying to do my regular adhesive. I feel like there's a stronger bond with the glue dot. So let's see here. Do I want it this way or over here? This would definitely be more centered. These are a little bit further apart if I do it on this side, so I think maybe that's what I'll do. And then I have more room to overlap this one, so maybe I'll do it like that. How does that look? Yeah, Yeah, I don't mind that. All right. So that's awesome. I got to use some of my floral pieces that I've had forever. And then I'm using up some of my epoxy, which is always good. I'm still on the mission to try to get all of these used. I made it the mission last year and I didn't make it. I still had some left. So 2026, I want to get rid of these epoxy elements. All right, so I have that done. I added the washi. I added the butterfly here. That's adhered. Now I have to do this piece. So I'm going to end up cutting off some of what's on the bottom. So I really just need to make sure I have a good bond at the top. Let's see. Maybe something like that, because I still want to have a good amount of room to journal. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. And then I can cut off the stem here, and I think that looks pretty good. To finish off the card, I decided I wanted to bring in some of that black and white. It looked too plain to me without it, and then I think once I do the journaling, that obviously will also be done in black. I think that will be perfect. So here's another one done for Portland. Thanks for watching.